Welcome back to Aquatic Australia. Today we're diving with Hillary's Yacht Club divers at Rottnest Island from our club boat, Ballot & Jack. We'll be diving at a site which for today's video we'll just call a little shark cave, one of a number of sites with just a few grey nurse sharks around Rottnest. I head towards the centre of the reef, towards the caves. At the front of the cave, I call the porch, I see a grey nurse shark casually swim into the lobby area. In the lobby, there is a step that acts like a barrier. You can lean against it and watch the grey nurse shark circle around in the rear room. The rear room is like a large circular amphitheatre. The sharks circle placidly, sometimes coming right up to you for a closer look. At times, the swell is quite strong. Occasionally, a strong set of waves comes right through, and the sharks get pushed closer to us. After a while, we move out, leaving the sharks for a bit to look around the site. We leave the way we came. Outside the cave, in the space between the bommies I thought of as the piazza, one of the three sharks patrols around the central cave. The cave is part of a mountainous area in the reef. Around the cave entrance, a school of pomfrets, small silver and yellow fishes swirl and flit. Roy and I head back into the cave. John is also there, and we sit quiet and still and are soon accepted by the sharks again. I love the atmospheric lighting as the shark swims through a beam of light in the ceiling. Occasionally, a big female comes closer to check us out. We use the spot markings to go into a scientific identification database. Things are going well. I'm grasping a rock with my knees, the swell is not too bad, and the sharks aren't bothered by us. All of a sudden, a strong set of waves comes through. The gap amplifies the waves, and it bowls us head over heels. We aren't the only ones pushed by the swell. One of the grey nurse sharks, with no way to stop, is pushed towards us. Got a wave pushing her forward and no way to stop. We're trying to hang on. She simply passes between us. She's calm though. No gaping mouth, no arching of the back, no fins down. She wants to regain her distance, but she's chill. Roy drops down into the lobby area as she passes directly overhead. His GoPro is sadly only on in still mode, but what a still. Afterwards, we hightail it outside for a while. While there was a big skylight exit, it's easy to move horizontally out. As we zip outside using the waves to help us, we're thrilled and elated by the experience, despite it not being something we want to do, as we always try to keep a respectful distance from the sharks and let them approach us on their terms. But it was exciting. Outside the cave, we again pass the smaller shark patrolling around the outside in the piazza. In all, there were 3, 2 large females and 1 other, probably a male. Had a great dive. We head back to the boat, carry out our safety stops, do our surface interval and get ready for the next dive. The boat is anchored over a flat plain. We swim to the northeast where the ground starts rising and we find a cavern entrance. Initially just a small hole. I can see it leads to a shaft ahead, so I go through. Then I see the cave opens up and goes further with plenty of safe vertical exits. I look around the cave for wobbegongs or Jackson sharks. I couldn't find any, although someone did see a wobby in one of these caves. We leave the big cave. Outside, I find a long swim-through tunnel. Swimming down it, I see my buddy Chris at the end. As I approach, he rises so I can leave the tunnel. But as I find out, his active electric shark shield is hanging down, and it shocks me. You can hear my reaction. I believe I said something that sounded like fudge. We find another large cavern arranged in the same east-west orientation. Inside is a large space with a large rooftop exit, and flying through it is like being weightless. Here, in the depths of Cass's Cave, we find 2 divers engaged in the mating ritual, rarely observed in the wild. It is speculated that the ritual may be triggered by the use of rubber suits, harnesses and masks. These shy creatures are easily disturbed by our presence. The male drags off the female to continue elsewhere. Meanwhile, we continue on our journey. We exit the cave through the roof and start back towards the boat. Air and our no decompression time running low, I start to ascend. From above, the topography of the site's canyons is certainly impressive. Now let's look at the photographs.